provides the functions to communicate with what operating system and to execute the operations of operating system from Python program. You are using which one? OS module. And OS module functions are operating system dependent or independent? Dependent, right? OS module functionality is operating system dependent, right? So because these functions might be changes from one OS to what? Another OS. These functions might be changes from one OS to another OS, right? So just here. So what exactly? So I said this module is a operating system dependent module. This module is an operating system dependent module. See here. The module provides a portable way of using operating system dependent functionality. This module provides a portable way of using operating system dependent functionality. So this functionality might be changes from one OS to another OS, right? You want to know it. This module is imported on which OS? So here there is os.name. os.name. So name is an attribute. What is name here? Is an attribute, right? os.name is there. os.name. So your name is an attribute, right? So the name of the operating system dependent, module imported. The name of the operating system dependent module imported. So the following names have currently been registered like POSIX, NT, and one more is what? Java. What is the meaning of this is, for example, if I import OS module, but on which operating system? Windows. I'm working on which one? Windows. So then I can execute the functions of which operating system? Windows. How can I identify this module is imported on Windows? By using os.name. So name is given as what? NT, Windows NT, network technology, right? Suppose if it is a Unix, you'll get which one? POSIX. If it is a Solaris, you'll get which one? Java. If it is a Solaris, you'll get which one? Java. If you import on Solaris operating system, and if you say os.name, what is the name you'll get? Java. If you import on Windows, and if you say os.name, what is the name you'll get? NT. If you import on Linux or Unix, and if you say os.name, it will display with what? POSIX. Okay, that is the functions which you can execute it. And now here I imported OS module on which operating system? Windows. Then when I say os.name, what is the name is displayed? NT. Means I can execute only the functions belongs to what? NT. NT is nothing but Windows. What is NT meaning here? Windows. I can execute only the functions belongs to what here? Windows, right? So that is what you mean by os.name. Yeah, we'll see all the functions one by one, right? Okay. So I said no, OS module is used only to execute the functions of our operating system. And not only that, it is also used for examine the files. For example, I want to find out whether given file name is exist or not. Suppose if the file name is exist, I just open it for reading or what? Writing. I want to know whether file is exist. If the file is exist, is it that file is writable or not? If the file is exist, I want to find out whether that is a file or folder. Yes or no? So you find a file. You also find which one? Folder. How can you find out whether it is a file or folder? Even that properties Even that properties you can find it by using which module? OS module. Getting on that? Okay. So first thing is I want to know it in which directory I'm working it. Okay. So current working directory. How can I find out? See here, if you see some functions, now there is a function. What is the name of this here? Get current working directory. Get current working directory. Now this will return current working directory. You want to know in, see here, LCH flags is there. This is available in which operating system? Unix. LCH mode is there. This is available in which operating system? Unix. So changing ownership, changing mode, all this belongs to which operating system? Unix. I cannot use these functions in what? Windows. Because owners will be there in which operating system? Unix operating system. Okay, files will have some modes, and that modes also you find in which operating system? Unix operating system. But here we can execute only the functions which belongs to what? Windows operating system. Now you can see there is one function called get current working directory. So get current working directory. So this will return in which directory you are working it. Okay. So what is the need of this is, okay, what is the need of this get current working directory is to know, because generally what will happen is when you open one file, you open file, right? So where that file will be created in current working direct. You open the file will be created, right? But you want to know where the file is created. Okay, you want to know where the file is created. Then how can I find out where the file is created? So by default, the file will be created where? In the current working directory. Now, if I'm if I'm writing OS dot get current working directory, I'm saying OS dot get current working directory. Now this will return the current working directory. Now what is this current working directory? Now in C drive, users, NIT, app data, local programs, Python file. Suppose I just say file open some text 1.txt. So I try to create this file, but where this file is created? When if you don't, a file get created. If you want, you can just open this. Just open this path. Only one slash, two slashes here. Now in this, now you can see the file. What is the name of the file? Text1.txt. Is it this file is empty or not? Yes. If you want to know it, where the file or in which folder or in which directory are you working currently? Now that you can find out by using get current working directory. So before this, just import which module? OS module. Before this, just import which module? OS module, and then you execute this, because if you import once, that is enough. But to understand this, I've written again. This is get current working directory. But I want to change the working directory from one directory to what? Another. I don't want the current working directory should be what? Python 3.10. I want the current working directory should be what? Some Python 11 AM. So I want to change my current working directory from Python 3.10 to what? I want to change my current working directory from Python 3.10 to what? 3.10 to Python 11 AM. Then how can I change My current working directory from Python 3.10 to what is that, Python 11 a.m. For that, you'll try to use one function called change directory. Okay, so that is nothing but changing current working directory chdar. What is the name of the function? Chdar is a function not there. It will give which error? OS error. If this directory is not there, if this path is not there, it will raise this which error? OS error. OS error will be raised. Which error is raised? OS error is raised. Now you are saying os.chdar and it followed by which one? Path. So change the current working directory to what? Path. If the path is not there, अरे एक के बाद एक बताएंगे यार प्रज्वल, हाँ बताऊंगा यार, don't worry. Okay, change the current working directory to the given path. So for that you are using chdir, which is nothing but changing the current working directory. Changing the current working directory is done by using chdir. Changing the current working directory is done by using chdir, right? Suppose I'm writing chdir. So I try to give the path. Now this path should be given in the form of string. So I just write f colon backslash Python 11 a.m. So backslash Python 11 a.m. and this is July, right? Okay. Now I change it. Now what is my current working directory? Now tell me what is my current working directory? Python 11 a.m. July. Now if I create a file, if I'm saying f equal to open, if I'm writing some text1.txt and if I try to open this file in W means right. So this will create one new file or not? Yes. But where this file is created in Python 3.10 or Python 11? Python 11, because I changed my current working directory from Python 3.10 to what? Python 11 a.m. I changed from Python 3.10 to what? Python 11 a.m. Right? Python 3.10 to Python 11 a.m. Now just open Python 11 a.m. and inside this, can you find a file called text1? So what is the name of this file text1? Is it this file is empty or not? Yes. So if you want to change the directory, if you want to change the current working directory, you can change the current working directory by using the function called which one? Chdir. Chdir is a function used to change the current working directory or change the directory. Directory is nothing but folder. What is a directory or folder? Directory is nothing but folder. You are changing from one folder to another folder. Okay, you are changing from one folder to another folder, and that is done by using which function? Chdir. So change directory. You can also create a directory. Now see here, mkdir. So there is a function called mkdir. So mkdir, it followed by path. Now here mode is there, but this mode will work only in which operating system? Unix. And this directory file descriptor is there. This is also work in which operating system? Unix. But when it comes to the Windows, you can find only mkdir, it followed by what? Path. So mkdir is nothing but creating make directory. Mkdir means make directory or create directory. Create directory. Directory is nothing but, what is the meaning of directory? Directory is nothing but what? Folder. Directory is nothing but what? Folder. mkdir is nothing but make a directory. I want to create one folder. How can I create one folder? I can create one folder by using a function called mkdir. Suppose sometimes what will happen in your application development, you may create a directory, and within that directory you may create what? Files. So how can I create a directory? I can create a directory by using which function? mkdir. And within that directory, how can you create a file? By using which function? Open. So open is for creating opening a new file, or it is used for opening existing file. Existing file you open it for reading, and you open a new file for what? Writing. So for that you are using which function? Open function. But mkdir is used for what? Creating one directory. If the directory is already there, then it raises error. If the directory is already there, it raises what here? Error. So that error you have to handle it by using exception handling mechanism or not. Yes. So if the directories already exist, if the directories already exist, if the directories already exist, okay, this mkdir raises an error, right? If the directory already exists, you get file exist error. If directory is already exists, you get file all. If the directory already exists, file exist error is raised. If a parent directory in a path does not exist, it will give which error? File not found error. If the path is not there means I want to create a directory in one location and that location is not there. Then what will happen? It will try to give which error? File not found error. File not found error. File not found error. Suppose if the question is like this, okay, write a program to create a folder. Write a program to create which one? Folder. Write a program to create folder or to create a folder or what is that? Directory. I want to write a program for creating a folder or directory. I want to write a program for creating a folder or directory. So write a program to create a folder. Write a program to create a folder or what? Directory. So just enter which name? Directory name. So before this, you import which module? OS module. You want to write inside a function? You can write a function. So what is the name of this function? Main, right? So input. Input what here? Directory name. Input directory name or what is this next one? Folder name. Input directory name or folder name. So after input directory name or what? Folder name. What you have to do? You have to create. How can you create OS dot? What is this now? mkdir. It followed by which one? Directory name along with the path. You want to handle the exception? Write in which block? Try block. Write in try block. Try followed by which one? Except. Which error are you handling? File exist error. What is it? First error? File exist error. So when you get this error, if there is a directory with this name, okay, so file name or directory name exists. So file name is exist, right? Okay, except. So there is one more error. What is it? Error? File not found error. So if the given path is not there, if the given path is invalid, if the given path is invalid, then you'll get this error. So this is for file path not exist. File not found error. Okay, file not found error. So file path not exists. File path is not exists. Otherwise, I display the message here by saying that folder is what? Created. Directory is created or directory is created. Now this is the main. Okay, I just save this. So once you run this, so where this folder is created in current working directory. What is my current working directory? Python 11 name, right? So I try to give the name of this as what? Folder 1. What is the name of this? Folder 1. You can see folder is created. You can see one folder is created or not. Yes. Is it this folder is empty or not? Yes. This folder is empty. Empty. Folder is empty now. Now I try to execute again. Now this time again, I give the name of the folder as folder 1. But is it this folder 1 is already there or not? Yes. Then it raises what? Error. And that error is handled or not handled? Handled. Now you can see the message file name exists. Is it this folder name is already exist or not? Yes. Okay. Suppose if I try to create a folder in a given path. So path means I'm giving h colon backslash backslash. Okay, folder 1. But is it any drive called h in my system? No. Then immediately it raises error. That is file path not exists. Is it this location is valid location or invalid location? Invalid location. It means this location is exist or not exist? Not exist. Then immediately it rises which error? Immediately it is rises which error? File not found error. So is it all the errors are handled by using try and which block? Except block. Okay, try and except block. Okay. Yes, that is mkdir. So that is nothing but creating directory. So that is nothing but creating directory. Okay. I said even you can try to examine the files. You want to know whether given file name is exist or not. You want to know whether given file name is exist or not. So to know whether given file name is exist or not, now there is one function called exist. There is one function called which one exists, and this exist function is there in which module? Path module. os.path exists. os.path.exists. Now return true if the path refers to an existing path or open file descriptor. Return false for broken symbolic link. Or if the file is not exists, then it will return which one? False. os.path return false. Okay, return true if the given file name is exists. Otherwise, it will return what here? False. It will return true if the given file name is exists. Given file name is exists. That file name can be a file. That file name can be what? Directory file. See, that can be either ordinary file or that can be what? Directory file or a folder, right? Suppose assume that. Okay, suppose assume that. So write a program. Suppose write a program to find input file name. Write a program to find input file name exists or not. Write a program to find input file name is exist or not. I want to know whether input file name is exist or not. How can I find out whether input file name is exist or not? So first I have to read the file name. What I have to do first, I have to read the file name, right? So import the OS module. Just input the file name first. File name along with the path. So input file name. So enter file name. So after giving the file name, after giving file name, I want to verify is it this file name is exist or not. Then what I'm saying is if os dot what is the name of that? Exists. Os dot OS dot what is that? Path. Import OS dot which one? Path. So import OS dot path dot what is it? Exists. So which one is exists? File name is exists. If the file name is exists, I'm saying here a message file found, file name found, file name found, else I'm trying to display the message file name not found, file name found, otherwise I'm displaying the message file name not found. So this is verifying it. Now suppose before deleting any file, before deleting any file name, I want to verify, is it this file name is exist or not? If the file name is exist, what will I do? I delete it. If the folder name is exist, what will I do? I delete it. So when will I do deletion? If the file name or folder name is what? Exists. Getting or not? Okay, so I try to enter the file name. So this file name can be either file or it can be what? Folder. It can be anything. This file name can be either file or it can be what? Folder. Anything it is. The file name can be either file or it can be what? Folder. Anything it is. So once you run this, you can say enter what? File name. So what is my file name? Folder 1. Is it this folder 1? Is it this is the name of the file or not? Yes. So folder 1 is exist or not exist? Exist. Now file name found. I try to execute again. I'll say text1 dot text. Is it this file name is exist or not exist? Exist. So what is the message? File name found. I try to run this. I'm trying to say file 1. Is it this file 1 name is exist or not exist? Not exist. Now what is the message? File not found. Suppose if the file name is found, suppose if the file name is found, I want to examine. Is it that file name is the ordinary file? Is it that file name is an ordinary file or is it a directory? See, file name is an ordinary file or is it a directory? I want to examine that. Is it that given file name is an ordinary file or is it a directory? I want to verify that. Okay, I want to verify that. Then how can I verify that? Is it a given file name is a ordinary file or what? Directory file. Directory file means folder. Ordinary file or directory file. Directory file means what here? Folder. What is the meaning of directory file is here? Folder. The directory file can be called as a folder, right? So this is, sorry. Yes. So this is what you are trying to do here. Now suppose write a program. Yes. Yes. Are you getting or not? See, these are simple functions. Whatever functions you are doing in operating system, all the functions you can execute from Python program. You can execute all the functions from Python program using which module? OS module. OS module is an interface between Python and operating system. Is an interface between the Python and operating system. Okay, now then next is, so once the file name is exists, I want to verify, is it that file name is a file? Is file is there. os.path.is file. File is nothing but regular file. Okay, is file is there. And one more is os.path.is directory. So directory is nothing but folder. Suppose file name is there. I want to know whether that file name is a regular file. I want to know whether that file name is which file? Regular file. Regular file means file contain what? Data. Is it that can be a program file or it can be data file? But if that file name is a folder, what folder contain? Files. So if a given file name is a regular file or not, is it given file name is a folder or not? If it is a regular file, you do the operations related with what? regular file. If it is a folder, then you do the operations related with what? Folder. Getting on? So regular file operations you do only on regular file, and folder operations you do only on what? Folder. So os.path.ease file, this is what you are trying to do it. So ease file is there and ease directory is there. Ease file is there and one more is what here? Directory. Suppose write a program. So I'm just writing like a programs here. So write a program to find input file name is which file? Regular file or which one? Directory file. Write a program to find input file name is a regular file or directory file. Is it regular file or directory file? So import os and import os dot path. So here I imported two modules, submodule also, that is path. I try to import submodule also, that submodule is what here? Path, right? So okay. So what I have to do first, I have to enter the file name. So input enter what is this file name. So after giving the file name, what I have to do is first I have to verify, is it this file name is exist or not? Is it this file name is exist or not? If the file name is exist, immediately you are saying os dot is what is that file? Is it this is a file or not? Is file is a function is available in os.path only, right? Yes, os.path dot is file. So I don't require to write this one, right? Exists. If os.path dot is file, this file name, I'm saying it is which file here? It is which file here? A regular file. Suppose if it is not a regular file, then it is which file? Directory file. It is a directory file. If the file is not there, then I'll try to display the message saying that file name what? Not found. Otherwise, I just display the message file name not found. Then I call the function which one? Main, right? So you are trying to input the file name, and after giving the file name, you are trying to verify is this file name is exist or not. After giving the file name, you are verifying is it this file name is exist or not. If the file name is exist, immediately you are checking is it this file name is a normal file or not. If it is a normal file or regular file, you are saying this file is which file? Regular file. If the file name is exist, but if it is not a regular file, you are displaying it is which file? Directory file or folder. If the file is not exist, you are saying file name not found. Now enter file name. So file name is what here? Folder 1. Is it file or regular file or folder? Folder. It is a folder. Folder or what? Directory. Is it this is directory or not? Yes. Now I try to execute again. Now this time I'm saying text1 dot text1 dot what? Text. This is a file name. Is it this file name is a directory file or a regular file? Regular file. So what is the message? Regular file. So folder 1 is the name of the directory and text1 dot text is the name of the file. So it is a file, regular file and folder 1 is a directory. Suppose if I give any other thing, like I said file 2. So file 2 is there or not there? Not there. So there is a message. What is that message? File not found. Suppose if it is a folder, if it is a folder, right? Suppose if it is a folder, I want to list. If it is a folder or directory, I want to list all the files. I want to see all the files from that folder. I want to know how many files are there in that folder, right? Yeah, all these are done in the current working directory. Yes, Kavita. So where we are working in that directory, it will search. Not in the complete system. It will search in current working directory. So what is my current working directory? Python 11. Okay. So it will search in current working directory. But if you want to search in a specific directory, give the path. If you want to search in a specific directory, what you do is you give the path. Along with that, you just give the path. Then it will search in the current, specified directory. Otherwise, it will search in the current directory. Now, suppose if you want to search in a specific location, then give it. Now, suppose I'm saying C:\\\. Now, where it is searching for in current working directory or C drive? C drive. So, what is the name of this here? File 1. Now, file name not found. Where it is not found? C drive. But if I don't give the path, then it will search in which location? Current location. If I don't give the path, it will search in which location? Current location only. But if you want to search in a specific location, definitely you have to use what? Path. If you want to search in a specific location, you have to define the path. Okay, now, yes. Next is now suppose if the given file name is a directory, I want to list the content of that directory. If the given file name is a directory or folder, if the given file name is a directory or folder, I want to list the content of the directory. So you can list the content of the directory by using one function called list_dir. So there is one function. What is the name of that? List_dir. Okay, list_dir. List the content of which one? Directory. Suppose in Windows, suppose you are working on Windows, suppose this is Windows. I want to see the content of this folder. What is this folder? Documents. What do you do? It double click. If you double click, will it show the content of this directory or not? Yes. In the same way, I want to display the content of directory. I want to write a Python program to display the content of what? Directory. I want to write a Python program to display the content of directory. Then how can I write a Python program to display the content of what? Directory. Now further you are using os.list_dir. So return a list containing the names of, return a list containing the names of the entries in the directory given by path. Given by path. Okay. Directory center is given by path. See here, return a list containing the names of the entries in the directory given by path. See, all these are some technical questions. All these are technical questions only. Okay. Suppose write a program to list. Write a program to list the content. List the content. List the content of. Write a program to list the content of what is this? Directory, or list the content of directory or what? Folder. I want to list the content of directory or what? Folder. So how can I list the content of directory or folder? Just import which module? OS module. After this, what you have to do? You have to enter which name? Directory name. So directory name you have to enter, because you are listing the content of directory or not. Yes. So enter the directory name, and then you'll say os dot os. You have to import os, and you have to import os dot path also. You have to import os and os dot path. So here I need to say input, enter which name? Directory name. So you enter directory name, but by mistake if you give file name, regular file name, will it list it or gives an error? Gives an error. So before that, you find out first, is it this directory name is exist or not? So os dot path dot what exists. Which one is exists? This directory name. If it is exist, again you are checking os dot path dot is which one? Directory. Is it this name is a directory or not? If this name is a directory, then I'm saying os dot what is that? List dir, and it followed by which name? Directory name. So this list dir list dir written what? List. So that list contain all the files exist in what? Folder. So if you want to read each time one name, you can say for name in what is that? List, and you can display all the names. Suppose if it is not a directory, then I display the message. Name is not a directory name. It's not a directory name, right? If it is not there, then we'll say file name not found. So all errors are handled. If the path is exists, then immediately you are checking, is it that is a directory or not? For example, I try to enter, like I'll just say here, suppose if I don't give, suppose assume that I'm trying to give the path as a colon backslash. What I'm saying here, Python 11 AM. What is this? July. Now you can see the content of this folder or not? Yes. So this is complete content of this particular folder or not? Yes. This is all these files. All these files are there in which folder? Python 11 AM July, right? So you can you give any other path? Yes. I can give any path I can give. Now you want to see the content of which drive? Some D drive. C colon backslash. Now can you see the content of which drive here? C drive. This is the content of C drive. Now you can also define from C drive, I want to see the content of Windows. Okay. C colon backslash. What is that? Windows. Now it will show you the content of which folder? Windows folder. Now if you want to see the content of any folder or directory, you are using which one? List dir. So this is applied only on which one? Directory, because which one is having the files? Directory is having files. Directory is having files, right? Suppose if I give file name, it gives what? Error. Suppose text1 dot. If I'm writing text1 dot text, is it text1 dot text is a regular file or a directory file? Regular file. So list dir is used for to see the content of regular file or directory file? Directory file. So in this case, will it gives an error or not? Yes. Now not a directory name, because text1 dot text is not a directory, right? So it is given a message, not a directory name. Not a directory name, right? Yes. Just try to understand how can you see the content of the files. Now this is also helpful while developing editors. You develop an editor. When you say file and open, when you say file, open window is displayed. Open window is displayed with all the files. Will it display with all the files or not? Yes. So how can you list all the files of that folder? By using list, by using what? List dir. How can you see all those files of that folder? By using list dir. Okay, list dir is there. Okay, now, right. Okay, right. Now this is how you work with the OS, right? Now suppose if the file, now you have to give along with the path, right? So you have to give along with the path. So once you give along with the path, it will show you the content of that particular path, right? Yes. Then next is, suppose if the directory file is there, suppose if the question is asked in technical, like suppose Python technical question, or suppose if the person asks you a question, write a program to count count what? Count regular files. Count which files? Regular files and directory files. Regular files and directory files exist in exist in exist inside what? Directory or path. For example, if you take Explorer, right? If you see Explorer, if you open any folder, right? If you open any folder, total how many items are there here? Can you see how many items are there here? 25 are there. Total how many files are there? 25 files are there. But within this 25 files, there are some folders are there. Inside this, you have what? Folders. And inside this, you have which files? Regular files. So I want to know it. How many folders are there and how many regular files are there? I want to know how many folders are there and how many regular files are there. In one folder, how many folders are there, or how many directories are there, and how many regular files are there? So what you have to do first? Import. Import which module? OS module. And import which module? OS dot path module. Okay, now. So then next what you have to do? You have to enter which name? Folder name. Folder name or directory name. So input. Input which name? Directory name. Enter directory name or folder name. Input, enter directory name or what? Folder name. Input directory name or folder name. You have to input that directory name or folder name. Okay, right? So okay, so directory name. So enter directory name. So input, enter what here? Directory name, and you have to find out whether this directory name is exist or not. So if os dot path dot, what is that? exists. Is it this is exist or not? If it is exists, is it that is a directory or not? Is a directory. If it is a directory, what do you have to do? You have to list. You have to list all this content of this directory or not? Yes. You have to say os dot. What is that? List dir. List dir. It followed by what name? Directory name. Then after that, what do you have to do? Every time you have to read the file name from what? List. And then you have to find out whether that file name is a ordinary file or what? Regular file. Then you have to find out, is it that file name is a normal regular file or directory file? So count, you declare two variables. One is file count and one more is what? Directory count equal to 0 comma what is that? 0. So this 0 is assigned to what? File count, and this 0 is assigned to what? Directory count. So two variables are there. One is file count and one more is what? Directory count. So then next what you have to do? You have to read one name and you have to verify, is it that is a regular file or what? Directory file. But where these file names are exist, these file names are exist in this folder or not? Yes. So before that, what you have to do? You have to change it. Change current working directory. CH. How can I change it? CH CHDIR, CHDIR, and it followed by which name? Directory name. And inside this directory, it will search whether this file name. Now, file name inside what? List. And then I'm saying if os dot path dot is file name. So where it will look for this file name? In the current working directory. If this file name is a file, then I'm saying file count plus equal to what? 1. Otherwise, you are saying directory count plus after doing this, you have to display. What do you have to display? Files, regular files. So how many regular files? FC and print. Then next one is which files? Directory files. And how many directory files? And that you display. That is what here? DC. Okay, so that is if it is a directory. If not, I should display the message. not a which file? Directory file. Not a directory file. Otherwise, you have to say not exists. This given directory is not exists. See here, what you are doing it. This is maybe sometimes in technical they may ask you this. Write a program to count regular files and directory files exist in a directory or what? Path. A folder, in one folder, how many regular files are there and how many directory files are there? You have to count it. So what you are doing first, you are reading a directory name, and after that you are searching, is it this directory name is exist or not? If the directory name is exist, you are checking, is it that is a directory or not? If the directory name is exist, you are checking, is it directory, is it this is directory or not? If it is a directory, you are listing the content of this directory. And after listing the content of directory, you declare two variables. One variable which hold the file count and one variable which hold what? Directory count. And after that, you are changing the directory to what? That directory, so that you are reading the file names from where? List. And these file names will be there in which directory? Current working directory. What is my current working directory? D name. And here you are saying if os.path.is is file name. So if this file name is exist in the current directory, and if it is a file, then you are saying file count plus 1. Otherwise, you are saying it is which count? Directory count. See, why I am saying this os.chdr is list directory, it lists all the files in one list. But all those file names are what? Strings. All those file names are what? String. But what is your problem here? You have to check whether it is a file. That file name is a file or directory. How can I check that file name is a file or directory? Where is that file names are there in one directory or not? Yes, because of that I change the directory. Then you are reading each name one name from where list, and then you are checking is it this file is it this name is a file or not. But where it will verify this file name? In the current working directory. In the current working directory, yes, in the current working directory it will search is it that file name is exist or not. So enter the folder. Now I'll try to say f colon backslash backslash what is this python 11 am. So this is July, right? You can see how many are there. So how many regular files are there? 332 files are there. And how many directory files are there? 5 are there. So regular files are 330, 332, 332, right? So in this Python 11 am, so total how many are there? 336. Total item count is what? 336. Is it 336? No. 332 plus 5 is what? 337. Maybe one hidden file is there, might be. Okay. But it's showing here 336, but here 337 are there, including current working directory. Okay, now you can give any path. C colon backslash backslash. So how many regular files are there? 7. How many directory files are there? 16 are there. Regular files are 7 and directory files are what? 16. Getting or not? Okay. So just listing it and finding it whether it is a normal file or see why I said this question is asked in one technical. One student sent one message. They asked this question like, how can I get how many files are there? How many directories are there? One student asked me this question, right? So that's the reason I'm telling you how to know it, whether it is how many files are there, how many directories are there. Okay, now. So OS module is also important in application development because you may write the programs to communicate with what? OS. You may execute some functions of what? OS. OS. Okay. Suppose I want to remove a directory. I want to remove a directory. If I want to remove a directory, I'm using rmdir. mkdir, chdir, rmdir. mkdir is creating directory. chdir is changing directory. rmdir is removing directory. All this you do in OS or not? Create a folder, remove a folder, change the folder. So same thing you are doing from Python. So os.rmdir. rmdir is there, which is for removing only directories but not files. And this rmdir will remove only if the directory is empty. It will remove only if the directory or folder is what? Empty. If it is not empty, it raises error. So remove, okay, remove the directory path. You can see the remove a directory path. So remove the directory path if the directory does not exist or it is not empty. Which one is raised here? File not found error. Or which error here? OS error. If the directory is not exist, it will raise which error? File not found error. If the directories exist, but if it is not empty, then it raises which error? OS error. Now you can handle this both errors. Now this is for creating, removing folder. But when I can remove the folder if that folder is what? Empty. When I can remove the folder if that folder is empty. Now write a program to remove. Okay, remove directory or what is that? Folder. Write a program to remove directory or folder. Okay. Yes. getting honor. Some people they don't teach OS, but OS is very important. जो इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है वो ज्यादा सिखाते, जो इम्पोर्टेंट है वो नहीं सिखाते. Like अभी स्टूडेंट विल ज्वाइन द कोर्स बाय सीइंग कैलेंडर. पहले क्लास में क्या करते हैं, उन्होंने कैलेंडर दिखा देता. अभी स्टूडेंट खुश हो जाता है, अरे पाइथन में कैलेंडर दिखा दे रहा मेरे को. और कैलेंडर से क्या करते हैं, घर में कैलेंडर नहीं है क्या? It is only for displaying calendar. Is it that is the calendar you can see in OS also? और पाइथन का कुछ कुछ ये है क्या? नहीं है. In operating system also you have a calendar, right? This is a calendar. उसके लिए पाइथन प्रोग्राम लिखना है क्या? JavaScript also display calendar. PHP also display what? Calendar. One statement only. In JavaScript also one statement to get a calendar. In PHP also one statement to get what? Calendar. In Python also you write one statement to get what? Calendar. कुछ difference है क्या? नहीं है. अभी operating system like Unix also you type one command cal. Unix में जाके cal बोले तो पूरा calendar आ जाता. अबे स्टूडेंट क्या सोचता है, अरे फर्स्ट अबे कैलेंडर पाइथन तो बहुत इजी है. एक स्टेटमेंट में कैलेंडर पूरा आ गया है और बाद में पता चलेगा उनको एक स्टेटमेंट नहीं होता ज्यादा लिखना. Programming means not one statement, right? Programming means you have to write number of statements. But syntax is very simple syntax. Compared to other languages, now Python is having very simple syntax. But so many libraries are there. A lot of libraries are there in Python. For example, if you are working with a C language, even C also having so many libraries. But compared to other languages, Python provides so many libraries. That makes it application development is what? Easy. Rather than you develop the things, you try to use what? Existing things. Because already developed, right? Ready-made. बहुत सारे ready-made functions है. बहुत सारे ready-made functions है. वो खाली use करो. कब क्या चाहिए? Just you have to use it. But are you learning all the libraries? No. You learn only fundamental libraries. Application specific libraries you learn when you start developing what? Projects. Okay. But anyway, you should have a minimum knowledge, right? You should have a minimum knowledge of writing a program. Like these are the basic things like operating systems, working with a day to time and working with regular expressions, right? These are basic language related things. Python language means you should know all these things. And all these things are helpful in developing applications in Django or data science or any other technology. All these things are helpful in developing other projects, right? Okay. On which topic we create project? Which topic you want? Which topic you want? Tell me first. Which topic you want? Tell me. We'll create project on that topic if I know it. अरे बोलो यार, आपको कौन सा प्रोजेक्ट चाहिए बोलो मेरे को पहले. अरे जो टॉपिक मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ उस पे बोलो यार. वेब स्क्रैपिंग बोलो तो आपको वेब आता है क्या? ओके. अभी देखो डेटा इंजीनियरिंग बोल रहे ओप्स कॉन्सेप्ट बताएंगे क्या है उसमें? हाँ? बताएंगे यार, नो प्रॉब्लम। मगर आप तो कुछ ना को करो यार, खाली सुनते रहो। सो वी पीपल आर वेरी गुड लिजनर्स, ऐसे नो, खाली सुनते रहते बस उतना है, कुछ काम नहीं करते आप लोग। पाइथन इंस्टॉल करे क्या? यार पाइथन इंस्टॉल करे अभिषेक, विशाल, सुधांशु इंस्टॉल करे पैसे पाइथन को देख के, पाइथन का मुंह देखे नहीं देखे? अभी तक पाइथन का तो लोग मुंह नहीं देखे, कैसे रहते पाइथन बोल के? बैंक अकाउंट प्रोजेक्ट, न्यू अकाउंट मॉडिफिकेशन डिलीशन है, विल डू इट, बताएंगे यार, डोंट वरी। हाँ, बताएंगे। पाइथन इंस्टॉल कहाँ पे इंस्टॉल करे यार? पाइथन किधर इंस्टॉल करे? सिस्टम में इंस्टॉल करे किधर तो भी इंस्टॉल करे, सिस्टम में है करे। So write a program to remove directory or what folder. Okay. Yes. So how can I remove a directory or folder here? Now import OS and even import OS dot path. Okay. Now you import this both things here. So after that, what you have to do? You have to enter the directory name. So we'll try to handle the error. Okay. So sometimes I'm writing try, sometimes I'm not writing it. Okay. But is it required to handle the errors or not? Yes. अभी एक बार लिख रू बोले तो इसका मतलब एक बार हैंडल कर रहे, एक बार हैंडल नहीं कर, बट यू हैव टू हैंडल errors. Suppose in the previous example we check the conditions, right? All these are checked, so not required to handle errors. We are checking is it file is exist or not. We are checking is it this directory or not. We are doing all the things. So then I don't require, right? But here I'm not checking. Is it this directory is exist or not? Is it this directory is empty or not? No, I'm not checking it. Then I'm trying to handle it by using try block. So input, enter what name? Directory name. Enter directory name or folder name. So after that, I'm simply writing os dot rmdir, rmdir. It followed by directory name. That's all. Then here I display the message. Okay, directory. Directory is what? Deleted. Then here accept the block. What is this error? File. What is this error? Alright, what error it is? File not found error. File not found. Which one? Error. So here I'll say directory name. Not what? Exist. Second one is which error? OS error. So when will I get OS error? If the directory does not exist or is not empty. So here I'll say directory is not empty. Directory is not empty. Directory is not empty, right? Okay. So I don't require os.path, right? Because we are not checking exist directory or not. No. So here I just give the folder one. Where is folder one in the current working directory or not? Yes. What is my current working directory? Python 11 AM. What is it? This folder is empty or not? Yes. This folder is empty. Now you can see directory. Directory is what? Deleted. So is it this folder one is deleted or not? Yes. This folder is deleted. So after deleting it, now again I enter folder one, but already folder is deleted or not? Yes. If I say again folder one, so there is a message directory name not exists, because is it deleted or not? Yes. I try to enter the folder which is having some content, right? I'll say C colon backslash Windows, but Windows folder is having some files and folders or not? Yes. Then immediately it is given message directory is not empty. So don't delete this directories, right? Okay. I just take an example. Okay. Because Windows directory means Windows get deleted. फिर install करना पड़ता. Okay. Yes. Now this is removing what? Directory. Removing directory is done by using rmdir. Suppose I want to remove the file. I want to remove the file. I want to remove the file. Okay, I want to remove. What I want to do is I want to remove the file. And how can I remove the file? os dot remove. os dot remove is there. क्या है ये? rmkdir. ये क्या है यार? प्रज्वल क्या है यार? rmkdir क्या है? rmkdir क्या है? रिमूव कमांड है क्या है? कौन बोले? मैं बोला क्या? किधर है यार? नया कमांड इन्वेंट करे क्या? क्या यार? So there is a remove. Remove is there. So remove is for removing a file. But suppose if the directory is not empty, even though I want to remove. So I'm not telling this because by mistakenly if you remove something, right? So remove DIRs are there. Remove directories. Remove directories means it will remove complete directory structure. It will remove the complete directory structure. Remove DIRs. It means remove directories. So it will remove main directory as well as what? Root directory as well as child directories. Everything it will delete, even though if it is not empty. Now for that you are using remove DIRs. So that is removing all complete directory structure. If it is not empty, the directory is not empty, even though you can remove the complete directory structure, and you can remove that complete directory structure by using rmdirs. You can remove the complete directory structure by using rmdir, but remove is for deleting only file. If the path is a directory and is directory, error is what? Rise. You cannot remove directory by using remove. You can remove only which one? File. You can remove only the file, but you cannot remove the directory. You can remove only the file, but not the directory, right? So for that, you are using a function called remove. So write a program again. So write a program to remove file, remove or delete file. So import OS and import OS dot path also, because I want to verify. So you are trying to input what name? File name. So input file name. Then if os.path.what exists. So is it this file name is exists? If os.path.easy file, is it this file name is a regular file? Then os.remove, which one? File name. So file removed. File removed. Otherwise, I display the message. So not a regular file. It is not a regular file. Otherwise, I'm saying file name not found. So is it errors are handled here by writing if? So you try to input the file name and you are verifying is it this file name is exist or not. If this file name is exists, you are verifying is it this file name is an ordinary file or not. If this file name is an ordinary file, you are removing that file. And after that, you display the message file removed. Otherwise, you are saying it is not a regular file. Otherwise, you are saying file not found. File not found or file not exists, right? So input file name. So what is the file name is text1.text. So what is the name of the file text1.text? Yeah, tell me is it this file is exist or not exist? Exists. Now you can see file removed. So this text1.txt is removed, right? File is removed. This file is removed. Now if I run this again, I'm saying text1.txt. Is it this file is exist or not exist? Not exist. You can see file name not found. But can I give the folder name? No. If I give folder name, it will display it is not a regular file. So remove is for removing a file. So removing a file is done by using remove. Okay, right now this is a program for removing it. And there is one more which is called as a rename. os.rename. Now this is nothing but changing the name of the file. Okay, changing the name of the file. If you want to change the name of the file, you are changing the name of the file using rename. So os.rename, and there is a source is there and destination is there. So rename the file or a directory source to what? Destination. Rename the file or a directory from source to destination. If destination exists, the operation will fail. If the destination exists, the operation will fail. If the destination is exist, it will rename. But this operation will fail with an OS error subclass in a number of cases. Like if the destination is not exist, like say on Windows, if destination is exist, file exist error is always rise. Destination is exist. Suppose if you are renaming, the destination should be what? New file name, but it should not be what? Old file name. Source is a old file name. Destination is what? New file name. If that file name is already exist, if that file name is already exist, what will happen? You'll get which error? OS error. Sorry, if destination is exist, you'll get what error? File exist error. What error you'll get? File exist error. File exist error. If the destination file is exist, you'll get file exist error on which operating system? Windows operating system. So rename required a source as well as what? Destination. Suppose source is not there, even though it gives what? Error. Because if the file is not there, can you rename? No. If the file is not there, you cannot rename it. If the file is not there, you cannot rename it. When you can rename it, if the file is there, which file is there? Source is there. And destination should be what? New file. Suppose if destination is already existing file, then it raises file exists error. Okay, na? Suppose write a, suppose again write a, so write a program to rename a file. Write a program to rename a file. I want to change the name of the file. So I just import which module? OS. And then I'm trying to enter how many file names? Two file names. One is the source file name and one more is what? Destination file name. I try to input two file names. One is a source file name. Enter which file name? Source file name. Sources means exist. So second one is which file name? Destination file. Input. Which file name? Destination file name is new file name. Then after that, os dot rename. Rename from source to what? Destination. Now then I display the message. File what? Renamed. Otherwise, which block? Except block. Now here, generic except block or not? Yes. Is it this except block handle one type of error or any type of error? Any type of error. So this except block is able to handle any type of error, not one type of error. Because it is a generic except block. Right? So this is a generic except block which is able to handle any type of error. So I can just display one common message. What is it? Common message? Error in. An error in what? Renaming. So there is an error in what here? Renaming. Right? So this is how can you rename it? So once you run this source file name, so we'll have one file name like file one is there. So file one dot which one? TXT to some ABC dot what is that? TXT. You can see file renamed. I can just see ABC. But actually this is file one. But file one is there or not there? Not there. This is another file SCR. But file one is renamed to what here? ABC.txt. So this is renaming. Okay. Yes. Now these are some of the functions. These are some of the functions. Belongs to which one? OS. Then how can I change the path? Path is there. Now here sysmodule is having one variable. Here sysmodule is having one variable, and what is the name of that variable is path. Sys dot path. Okay, so there is one variable. What is the name of that variable is path is there. So path is nothing but the locations. Okay, the locations where your files are there or files are exist. Okay, that you can call it as which one? Path. So there is a sys dot. Okay, sys dot. What is the name of the variable? Path. So actually path is a list. Okay, actually what is a path here is a path is a list. So what is a path here? Path is a list here. So if it is there, I'll so here path is a list. Don't name. So we'll just see here. Is it so I just write here import sys module and I'm saying sys dot which one? Path. So path is nothing but what here? List. Now this is called as which path here? System path. This is called as which path here? System path. It means whenever you execute any command, right? It will search in which path? System path. Now path is a list or not? Yes. So path is a list which hold the complete system path. Windows system path. Path is nothing but locations. Path is nothing but what your locations, right? So path is one variable. Path is one environment variable. So path is, what is a path here? Is an environment variable. Is a variable which hold current system what? Path. So path is nothing but locations. It means whenever you are executing any command, or whenever you are importing any libraries, you are importing some modules, or you are importing which one? Libraries, where it is search for that where it will search for the libraries or modules in a given path. Where it will search for that modules or libraries in a given path. So path is defined with some locations or not? Yes. Whenever I say import, first it will look for the given module in what? Current working directory. If it is not there in current working directory, now this is current working directory. Right? If it is not there in the current working directory, then it will search in what? All these locations. If it is not there in all these locations, then it gives what? Error. It means whenever we import, I mean, when application or program, import any module, any module or what? Library. Okay, any modular library, it will search in a given, what? Path. It will search in a given path, and you can change the path by adding a path into which list? Path list. Now what you are doing is you are trying to add one more path. What do you do? It you'll say sys dot path dot, what is that? Append. Sys dot path dot which one? Append. So what you are trying to append? Another path. What is the path I added here? F colon backslash. Now if you are writing sys dot path, so is it one new path is added or not? Yes. Now if I'm saying import some module called X, so where it will search for the module X? In the current working directory. If this X module is not there in current working directory, it will search in a given path. So first it will look in Python 11 name, then it look in what? Users, data, app data, local. So ideally lib. If it is not there, it will search in what? Python 310 zip. It is not there, then it will search in what? DLLs. If it is not there, it will search in lib. It is not there, it is search in what? Python 310. If it is not there, it will search in which one? Set packages. If it is not there, it will search in what? F drive. If it is not there in all these locations, then it gives what? Error. If it is not there in all these locations, then it is given what? Error. But is it X is there or not there? There. So X is there. Import X. X is there, right? X is there. Where it is there in current location. So it is just displayed. Is it this is content of the file or not? Yes. Yes. Now you can add the path by using which one? Append. Append is there. Now it is always required to define the path whenever you import the modules and other things. And how can you add a path? You can just add a path because path is a list, right? And you can change or you can add a new path by using a method called which one? Append, right? So this is how you work with the which module here? OS module. I think you understood like how to work with which module? OS module. And then tomorrow we'll see how to work with another module like date, time, and calendar. Date, time, and calendar. But important one is the date and time. Because any project you develop, you'll try to use what? Date, time. Any project, date, time is very important. Any transactions, what it required, a date as well as what? Time. Then how to represent this date and time in Python. Okay. So that we'll see tomorrow, right? So today we'll stop it here and tomorrow we'll continue this, right? Thank you.